Greetings, Dwayne here, CFRN. Today is May the 1st. Big day. IMS pushed the numbers extraordinarily high based on my humble opinion of what the ISM is. It's a survey of 400 purchasing managers, purchasing agents. Anyway, the markets took it as a good sign and they ran. I'm going to show you, we had only, I think, 3 trade setups today. Very, very unusual in the S&P 500 Emini futures. It's not that the market didn't move, it's just that our system, it's very particular where it takes its entries and how the market needs to set up. And when the market does something unusual, when the market does something that is out of the ordinary, that's when we fail to get triggered. That's when we fail to get a good setup. We're not looking for tutti frutti. We're plain vanilla kind of folks. Just hand us the same thing day in, day out. We do very well with that. The first trade coming in at midnight, right here. Okay. I'm going to use my weekly trading zone horizontal line just to show you the price. 93.75. Our system said buy 93.75. And boy, oh boy, was the system ever right. But there's a caveat. Hang on. Unless this is the first video that you've ever watched of ours, you may not know why this is such a bummer. But it is. The system said right at midnight, you want to be long this market. Okay. But in this particular time frame, this setup, we only risk 2 points. Never more. We don't ever make excuses and go, well, I'm going to give it just a little more room. I'm going to give it some room to breathe. You ever hear that one? Our trades don't breathe. They either go or they don't. We let them breathe, but they got to breathe within the 2 points. So, our system said get long this market, 93.75 at midnight. Very good. Price then pulls back to 91.50. So, we got stopped out, I said here, to the tick, but it actually, from 93.75 to 91.50, it actually drew down 2.25. However, so I'm going to take out the to the tick part. I'm just going to put -2. We never get stopped out for more than 2 points, only because we never risk more than 2 points. We use a bracket order. When you come and take the free trial by going to cfrn.net/apply, take the free trial, you hang out with us in the live trading room, we show you exactly what our trade setups are, how our indicators highlight, point out, give you the entry to the tick. See, our entry right here to go long, we were given an exact price of $13.93.75. Not an area, not a neighborhood, exactly $93.75 by the market. Because our parameters say we will not risk more than 2 points, we got stopped out, because they had a drawdown of 2.25 points. Market rallied a bit, pulled back, rallied a bit, pulled back. Because I don't have any trades to show you tonight, I'll show you this little trend across here. They got broken. And here's where the news came out on the ISM. IMS. That's how closely I follow that particular news report. It's a manufacturing thing done by purchasing managers. Go Google it, you'll see. Doesn't change the fact whether I like it or not, or whether I put stock in it or not. That doesn't change the fact that the market moved a great distance based on those numbers. And so I don't want you to misunderstand me because I have some personal bias about a particular report and what it's based on. I don't put a lot of stock in most of these reports, and once you've been around the markets for a while and you see the numbers get revised again and again, upwards, downwards, backwards, forwards, you'll start to go, really? That's why when there's news, we step aside. That's what we teach anyone who wants to become a CFRN partner. That's the knowledge we share with you. Oh, news, we step aside. Whether it's a Fed report, oil, natural gas, crop report, if there's any kind of news, we just lay our mouse to the side, fold our arms, and promise ourselves we're not going to trade till the news is out and the market settles down. Would it have been good to be long the market this morning? Of course. But, that means you can predict the future. And if you can do that, you really should send me an email, support@cfrn.net, and I'll buy what you've got, okay? But let's snap back to reality. We got one trigger to go long. We got stopped out for 2 points right there. The drawdown was actually 2.25 points. There was not another trigger on this system. Look at this. This thing goes from 97 to 1412. That is 15 points. And we did not have an official trigger to get long again. I know, sad, right? Makes you want to weep, wail, gnash your teeth. Now, was there a way to be in the trade? Was there a way to take advantage of it? Yes. And if you come spend some time in the free trial, we'll give you some ideas. We'll show you what you could have done other than this very basic bread and butter setup. But you know what? When we don't get a trade on something like this because it's unusual, because it's out of the ordinary, we don't fret, we don't worry. We know that the markets will settle down. They'll return to normal. I'm doing air quotes here. And we'll start to see stuff like this. First heads up you had, just from a technical analysis perspective, was this, or price action perspective, was this inside candle right here. Some would argue that's, well, it's not really an inside candle, because, but you know what, it's close enough for me. This wakes me up right here. If you don't know what an inside candle is, why it's important, come hang out, take the free trial. I'll share with you what I know about it. Okay? Alright, the next entry tells us to go short early afternoon at 1408.75. Price drops to 1406.25. So 1408.75 minus 1406.25, 2.5. Now that's 2.5 maximum potential. Our entries are to the tick. Where you get out is based upon your own trading plan, your own skill set, your own knowledge, your own ability, and some of the things that we'll teach you. Okay? We get a second signal to go short at 1408.25. Price drops to 1400. I can do that one without a calculator. 8.25. I can't remember the last time we only had 3 trade setups in one day in the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Okay, one stop out right here. Had we not been stopped out, we'd have looked like heroes, but the truth is, see, the truth is we did get stopped out. 2.5 point trade, 8.25 point maximum potential. Now, I'll share with you one other tidbit. I can't fill in all the blanks yet though. We just had a signal to go short right here on this candle. I can't calculate it because the trade's not over. I'm doing this a little earlier tonight than normal. It's 7:08 p.m. Pacific. So this one is still kind of in the air. I don't know what's going to happen with that one. So all I can do for now is factor in what I do know. I do know that we got stopped out on one trade for 2 points. One stop minus 2 points. Okay. Then we had 2.5 maximum potential. And then we had 8.25 maximum potential. That gives us a total maximum potential of 10.75. We don't know how that third one's going to turn out yet. So we're going to take our 10.75 maximum potential minus, we were stopped out for 2 points, but I always like to factor in a tick of slippage, 2.25, because it can happen. Even though it's a very liquid market, it can happen. So now we're going to go 10.75 minus 2.25. That's going to give us 8.5. Follow me? 2 trades, total maximum potential of those 2 trades was 10 3/4 points. We got stopped out for 1 trade. We never lose more than 2 points when we're stopped out, but we always factor in a tick of slippage, just, you know, to be fair, give something back. So 10.75 minus 2.25 equals 8.5. Now, that is maximum potential. What's that? Well, that means that you were at your screen every minute of the trading day, that you took every trade that the system handed you, and that you milked each trade for every possible tick. So is maximum potential reality? Well, quite frankly, it's not. However, a lot of system vendors don't ever mention that part of the equation. They just show you the 8.5 and move on. What we do is we whack that in half. We throw 50% out the window. That leaves us with a realistic net potential 4.25 points. Now, somebody in the audience is saying, hey, wait a minute. The market put in a 15-point rally and then a 11-point decline, and you're making a video because you had a realistic net potential of 4.25 points? You bet I am. Any day that the market hands me a realistic net of 4.25 points, I don't care if it moved 100 points. I'm not going to cry over the 96 points I didn't get. I'm going to shout, celebrate, clap my hands, and kick up my heels over the 4.25 that I did get. If you start worrying yourself over what got left on the table, what you missed, what you didn't get, what they took from you, how they ran your stops, all that garbage, you will be a miserable individual, not to mention a miserable trader, okay? And probably not profitable because you'll be chasing things that don't belong to you. So, trade what you know, what you understand, what you have the skill set for. Come hang out with us on the radio program. Our friend David gives a lot of good advice along those lines. You know, trading what you know, what you understand. Come hang out with us in the live Emini trading room. We trade live from 9:30 a.m. Eastern to 11:30 a.m. Eastern every trading day, Monday through Friday. You don't have to start on a Monday. You can start any day of the week. You'll still get 5 consecutive trading days. Not only do you get to hang out in the room, you get this entire platform. You get our indicator set. You get live data, not delayed data, but live real-time data. You get a simulator. We treat you just like a CFRN partner for 5 full days. The only thing you don't get to do is come into the partners meeting on Thursday night. That happens once you become a partner. The other thing is you don't have access to the 100-hour video training library until after you become a partner. Okay? So there's 2 things you don't get: partners meeting, video library. But everything else, every indicator, every idea, every setup, we share it all with you across all the different markets. We trade the S&P 500, we trade the Dow, we trade the Russell, we trade gold. We've been known to do a little crude. Come hang out. The free trial is just that. It's free. Absolutely free. No credit card required. No obligation. We want you to spend 5 days, kick our tires, look under all the rocks, ask all the questions, the tough questions. The questions that when you ask the other folks, they grumble or they throw you out. We'll just answer the question. We have nothing to hide. We may not be the best traders in the market, but we're potentially the most transparent. And our honesty is a little too much for some folks. Well, why would I come hang out with you guys who only could have a realistic net potential of 4.25 points today, when that guy over there, man, he got 9 points going up and 7 points going down? Okay, that might be your guy. If you go there and it turns out he's not your guy, or there's some holes in that story, kind of like, you know, cheesecloth, we'll be here, and we would love to have you come take the free trial. And even if you don't take the free trial or become a CFRN partner, by all means, come hang out with us on the live radio show. We have a lot of fun, interesting topics, and you get to see our charts live in real time, and you get to participate in the discussion. You're actually a part of the program. So come hang out, cfrn.net. Hope to see you in the live trading room.